Early this morning, terrorists attacked another school in Pakistan. Reports at this time have as many as 21 people dead, once again calling into question the struggle between education and militancy. We spoke to Hajrah Mumtaz, an associate editor for the Dawn Group newspapers in Pakistan, and author of the article Educated Militants, about this tragedy and what it means.
I suspect I would conjecture it's because the style of education that they see is a part of a power elite against which they are lobbying. And, the system of education that Pakistan has, or which is in essence not religious, perhaps, is what they are fighting against. But certainly it is a battle of power ideologies, and the reason why educational institutions are in the crosshairs are because it's a power ideology against which they are fighting.
It is interesting to note that terrorism against education in the Middle East and Asia are often coupled with war against social class groups. Many of the schools attacked are also considered institutions of the elite and peddle what some would consider a westernized ideology. This battle, as Hajrah points out in her article, Educated Militants, points to a reality that some militants are educated and are not necessarily targeting education, but the power ideologies built within the systems. What do you think we're missing in education? Why do you think that the reality is that some people are educated and they're still turning to these groups? What is it that we're missing then?
I suspect that what we're missing is, in addition to education, we are missing a larger societal integration in which there is cohesion, in which there is a respect for plurality and for dissent. And what that means is that perhaps a certain sense of confidence in society to be able to accept dissent and to be able to accept plurality. And that's what's missing.
This concept of integrating different ideas into society is something that many groups in the Middle East region and Asia are trying to do. We caught up with Zora, who could only give her first name and show half of her face for security reasons because of her work to educate women in Afghanistan. Zora notes that her center in Afghanistan not only works to educate women in mathematics, science, and reading, but also provides psychological services for women.
The education center that one year rising is supporting Afghanistan. They had a seminar about suicide bombings, and 2 days later, a woman came and said, "After this seminar, I pulled out my son from religious school to not be a suicide bomber." Education is very effective.
Zora also notes that many parents send their students to learn, but have no idea the institutions are coupled with political ideologies that separate them from society and encourage radicalization.
It was because many Afghani people sending their their children to religious schools, not this one, other schools. And they are not understanding that they think that it's just providing them good religious knowledge, but they don't understand because they are uneducated. Their mothers, their parents are uneducated. They do not understand the goal of political parties and the political intention of some Islamic fundamentalist madrasas, which is called in Persian. It's like Islamic religious schools. All of them not, but some of them are not really for religious purposes. It's more for political reasons rather than that.
With the painful wounds of constant terror attacks around the world, it is clear that educators and governments will be warring on multiple fronts to protect schools from radicalization from outside and from within. Reporting from New York City, Jenny Abemu, IEN.